Hi everyone, welcome to Single Value. So today we're going to look at Corsair Gaming, and this stock has done really well in the recent months. It's gone from as low as about $17, $18, and it's gone to about $42. Though it did go higher, like somehow this chart seems to have a big problem once you show the 1 year between the 6 months. Actually, this stock was as low as like $14 in September, and then it got as high as $51. And as you can kind of see by the current pricing, it dropped 16.5%. You must be thinking, why did it drop so much? Well, we can kind of like look at the numbers and everything of recent numbers that have just released. I think it's just a reason that it's just a lot of profit taking based on what I've seen. So I've looked at their third quarter, and the third quarter numbers are pretty good. One note to Corsair, like font matters, font size really matters. Like you can barely see this font; it's not really legible. Like it's done nicely, like the sizing of the fonts and everything, but um, it's just not really legible. But hopefully you can still see it, even though it's like razor thin in terms of the lettering. So net revenue is $457 million, and that's a 60% increase year on year. So when you start to get into like the hundreds of millions of dollars, and you can still increase it by 60%, I think you're doing really well. And as you can if they broke it up, the gaming and creator peripherals segment is 161 million, and that's an increase of 128.8% on year. That is fantastic, especially on such a large number. It shows where this company is heading. If they can grow this much next year, they're going to continue to grow as much. Probably not as fast, but still continue to grow up very well. And the gaming components and system segment was 295 million, and that was about 38.3% increase. So it's still pretty good that they're managing to grow the hardware side of the business, but obviously it is the gamer and creator peripheral segments where the increases are majorly coming from. They made a gross profit of 127.9 million, and this is an increase of 112% year on year. Gross margin is 28%, an improvement of about 6.8%, which is pretty good. Like, increase your margins that well. So the net income was an increase of 36.4 million, and that's pretty good. Like I'd say, for a company growing at 60% with a net income, is fantastic. Like I find all these growth companies that grow at 60%, and a lot of them actually lose money. So it's amazing that this one actually makes money, and they're still growing at 60%. So it means they can basically fund their own growth, which is great to have. And so if they, as of September 30th, they held cash of 120 million, 40 million, 48 million capacity under the revolving credit, and a total long-term debt of 370 million. So 370 million in the scheme of things isn't too bad. They've got a decent amount of cash and they're profitable, so there's not much to worry about those. And so I say the growth is great for this company. As the CEO said, this was great. This was a great quarter for us. Consumers continue to learn more about high performance gaming and streaming gear and are upgrading. We also believe our more new gamers and streamers are entering the market, as demonstrated by the number of entry level products we are selling. Also, with more time spent at home and some great new technology refresh from Intel, Nvidia, and AMD, there's been an increased demand for people building new gaming PCs to play the latest games. So I think that really sums it up where the sales are coming from. Firstly, people are stuck at home, they're buying more gaming gear. Also, there's been a big trend in terms of gamers streaming their feed as they play games. And that's a big market going forward. I think this is what's going to make the company continue to succeed. Obviously, the hardware is also selling really well and very popular. But I definitely see that streaming side of the business being the part that is going to make this company succeed in so many different ways. And I think this is definitely a good company to buy into based on like the whole sector trends where more people are gaming than ever, and there is more people starting to stream what they do because they're like, potentially people want to watch me game, and potentially I can get subscribers, and hence, like we've got like Twitch, or you can put your stuff on YouTube, and there's, you can build a fan base around that, and a lot of people are giving that a go, and it's basically giving this company a lot of revenue. So for the full year of 2020, they expect net revenues between 1.6 billion 1.616 billion and 1.63. So really, just 1.6 billion is enough to say what it is, which is pretty decent. Really decent stuff. And then the EBITDA is 187 to 193 million, which is pretty good. Like, if we consider that this company's valuation is $3.93 billion after having risen basically triple, they're still, in my view, very undervalued because you've got revenues at 1.6 billion and are profitable, and they've got growth, and the recent quarter showed the growth rates of about 60%. So there's a lot to like about this company in terms of the valuation. It's definitely worth buying some. Like, I think this company is heading in the right direction. The value isn't too high, and like everything's kind of in the right aspect for this company. Like, I think there's definitely good gains to be made. Of course, there was a big sell down in terms of its stock, so I think everyone's kind of looking at the sell down and thinking to themselves, was this good or was this bad? Was it like, why did people just sell this down? There's really no news about why there's a sell down. Like, it just appears that there's just a lot of profit taking. I wouldn't be too worried in terms of like why there's a big sell down. The numbers itself that they expect for the full year of 2020 is pretty good itself. Like they've been pretty good in like listing their recent developments. So September 2020, they came on IPO at $17 per share. So obviously they've risen quite a lot to $42 recently. Like I imagine it's in a scheme of things, like I feel like they're still undervalued. Like, I personally try not to let the current share price affect what I think about the future of the business. I try to look at the current revenues, the current margins, and also where their valuation could lead to. And I think in the longer term in the longer run, I think they could probably head to about $6 to $8 billion, which is probably a 50% to 100% upside at the current situation. Though I guess they have to continue this into the next quarter in terms of growth and net profits as well. But if they can do that, I think they're in a good situation, and I think the valuation will continue to increase as time goes. So in terms of one where the numbers are nice, I think this company definitely has some nice numbers. In terms of like news release, they've partnered up to kickstart streamers and like streamer careers, so that's also interesting. Take your gaming to the next level. Corsair acquires Gamer Sensei. Crafted for comfort, built for battle. Corsair launches Bluetooth device, and turn your phone into a webcam. So again, the streaming. So there's a big emphasis on this company, like focusing on the streaming side, and they're doing a lot of hardware sales, and they're also making a lot of money from the revenue from those sales, and it's a massive area that they're increasing in. with that 128% increase. There's a lot to like about that number. Of course, we got to go and see what next quarter is like, if they can actually keep that consistency. But the fact that they're growing 61% is some incredible stuff by this company. And yeah, I definitely see them at a 6 to 8 billion valuation, though they have moved up quite a lot in such a short time frame. So there has been a lot of profit taking. There is no more financials to release. So I do expect maybe there might be another run up close to the next quarter results when they are released. So until then, I think the share price might be a little bit quiet. But that's usually normal. Again, if you're patient enough, you buy early enough, you tend to reap the benefits. Of course, that's up to you. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in terms of this company. Do you use their products? Do you like this company? Are you buying stock in it? Or if you have any questions, let me know. Until then, good luck investing.